Well, hello there. Thanks for joining me. I'm Tiffany, and I wanted to show you me painting this Venus flytrap. I just started with sketching it out, and then I painted over it with just the yellow, just so my pencil didn't smudge once I started painting. I like to do this with a lot of my paintings. I can't say I do it all the time, but sometimes I try to. I wanted to try to find a Venus flytrap, but I can't find any this time of year, so I decided to paint one instead. I used to have one, but unfortunately it didn't make it, and it dried out a little too much and died when I was on vacation. Guess I'll have to try to find one next spring when there's more around. I also like the sundews. There's another carnivorous plant. I think they're kind of cool too. I've only recently started seeing them. Might have to try painting one of those sometime too. So I got the base coat done of all the leaves. Now I'm just painting the background all black, which I think I had to do like 3 coats of that just for it to cover. I definitely had my doubts of how this was going, but by the end it started shaping up, definitely. I find once you get past that ugly stage, and then it's not so bad. It's just getting past that point. I do really enjoy plants, just like my mom. She's known for around here for her gardens and all her beautiful different varieties of plants. I keep trying to convince her to build a greenhouse, and so she can do that in her spare time. It's definitely something she enjoys to do. So my camera wanted to automatically adjust the lighting, so it's a little brighter in this little clips, but I do end up lowering it eventually so you can see more of the details when I start painting them. I find the glare at the top of the video, or the side, makes it hard to see like some of the shadows I put in and whatnot. But I swear it gets better as it goes. And I did do another layer of the black off camera. I found that part a little boring, so I thought I wouldn't put you through that this time. Now just adding some shadows on the leaves and adding some color. I also did use some fluorescent paint in this painting, but once I used my light, it didn't really look that great, unfortunately. Recently I was working on a frog skeleton, and I did the outline of the frog with fluorescent paint, and it actually turned out pretty good that time. I'll try to put the video of that one up soon too. That's my most recent painting. Also, if you have any ideas of what something else I should paint or videos you want me to put on here, just put in the comments and I'll try to do one. Still trying to get used to this voiceover thing and figuring what to talk about. I hope I don't bore you too much with my rambling, but I generally just put music over my videos, so hopefully you bear with me in putting up with this. At first the stems were starting to annoy me and trying to get the shadows flowing right. I've been just mixing a little bit of water with my paint to try to thin it out when I do the shadows, and then with a wet brush try to smooth it out a little more so it's not such a harsh line. I know some people don't mix water with their paints or their acrylic paints. For example, my dad doesn't. He just puts the paint right on the canvas. I just found this is what works for me to help get the details. Basically, whatever way works for you, this is what works for me. But I know there's lots of ways, different ways to do it. Now finally I fixed the lighting and I dimmed it a little more so you can actually see some more of the details easier, which I thought worked a lot better for the video. I just wish it was consistent throughout the whole thing, but I guess it is what it is for this one anyways. I just keep trying with the next one. I find it's finally starting to come together and actually look like a Venus flytrap. But it gets better as it goes. And then I darkened the bottom to kind of make it look like it's coming out of the darkness, was kind of my thought. I generally like having a black background just to make everything pop, all the colors, I don't know, be more of a focal point, I guess. Throughout this painting, I was debating on adding a fly in one of the traps or not, but I got too nervous about actually ruining the painting, so I ended up not. I just left it plain. But I thought a bug would add a cool accent or add to the painting a little more. I'm sure it would have been fine if I did it, but in the end I preferred it without one, I guess. And I find once I started adding these little, I really liked when I started putting the little feelers on, or their teeth, or whatever you wanted to call them, I guess. Yeah, like that was my favorite part. I left it to the end just because I didn't want to paint around them. Thought it'd be the easiest just to paint over it. It definitely took me a little bit to paint them all out. I also went one at a time just to kind of focus on any other shading I needed to do and that kind of thing. When I did own a Venus flytrap, I tried to feed it once a fly. It was very unsuccessful. I held it in there and it did not close. So don't know what I did wrong, but I guess it wasn't hungry. I'm not sure. I don't usually have huge success with plants. I do own a string of pearls that is on its deathbed right now, which what I've heard is it's quite hard to look after. A lot of people kill them. My string of turtles seem to be doing a lot better than that one. But I guess with this painting I don't have to worry about it dying. Now it can last forever and live on my wall. Kind of excited to see it all finished and framed. Something else I've been interested in doing is doing a black garden outside. Got a couple plants so far. Found some tulips here about a month ago or so, like some black tulips. I got some black irises. I think that's about it right now, so it wouldn't be much of a garden yet, but am working towards that. Gotta see what else I can find that's out there. Might take me a little while, but I got the tulips planted at least. And it was 2 different types also. And I ended up moving my irises, so I guess I'll see if those survive this year. So almost finished with this painting. Just finishing up the last little leaf. I actually have it sitting down in my basement right now, varnishing it, so just waiting for the first layer to dry before I do another coat. And there, I'm all done. My final results. If you want to join me, I am on Instagram and TikTok at Buffett Creations. Hope you see you there, and thanks for joining me. Have a good day. Bye.